Welcome to Sheikh Mohammed Center for Culture Understanding. Our signature is open doors, open minds. What we mean behind that is you can simply ask any questions at all. Hopefully by you guys asking questions, we get to learn and we get to know more experience and culture about our country. Now the very first thing that we do, we offer our guests the Arabic kahwa, which is the Arabic coffee. Now alongside we offer also the dates. So we do have three main ingredients in our coffee. The coffee will have cardamom, rose water and saffron. Now we do also use some postures and gestures. So you could have something important and you don't want it to get interrupted. So if you wish to have some more coffee, you simply extend the cup. By extending the cup, this means I'm willing to have some more coffee. Now if you had enough coffee and you're not willing to have any more, you simply give it a slight shake. So shaking it means take it. If you told him, please, I had enough, I no longer want it, he's gonna again put it for you till the next day, right? So the way to tell him is by giving it a slight shake. Older days, they used to hire deaf people. So the silent servant will be deaf in regards of having the whole conversation not to go outside the house or the room. But nowadays, as I said, he can perfectly hear us. We do have also an old history. The coffee was originated and it was firstly found in Ethiopia. They didn't actually know what to do with it. The animals started to eat the coffee and be energized in a way. So the humans were like, what should we do with this? They didn't quite know what to do with it. And then it was found again and discovered in Yemen. In Yemen, they actually knew what to do with it. They started crushing the coffee beans, roasting it on fire, and finally blending it with water. And they came up with the final coffee in a place called Makha. Remember this name? Nowadays, if you go to Starbucks, if you go to Costa, all the well-known coffee shops, it's switched into mocha. So nowadays you will hear mocha cafe, mocha frappuccino. It's because of the area that's called Makha. Alright, let me explain about the wear. Now this is exactly equivalent to wearing a suit, the normal suit that Europeans wear. This is our version of wearing a suit. By the way, this is called kandura. It would be tailored and it's made out of thin cotton fabric. It's again to get adapted to our lovely weather outside. And if you notice, my colleague is wearing a different. So what I'm wearing is the formal look. What he's wearing is the so-called Hamdaniya. This would be actually a sporty look, an Adidas or Nike, you could say. Now let me go into more details. Now what I'm wearing here is the so-called agal. The agal, it has two reasons and two benefits behind them. One of the reasons is to hold the cloth in place. Another reason for it is to padlock the camel's leg. Now owning a camel older days is equivalent to owning a Ferrari. It used to be very flexible. Again, it's made out of goat and sheep wool. We would turn it certain knots and then we will place it into the camel's leg and they can no longer run away from us. Then we have the so-called ghitra. Now as you can see, we have the white ghitra and we have the red and white. Now older days, this used to be worn by governmental sectors and normal citizens, they will wear the pure white. That's how we could differentiate between governments and citizens. Nowadays, I can purely change any color that I wish. Then we have the so-called gahfiya. I call this the anti-slip hat because by wearing this, everything falls in place. And we also use this Friday noon prayer time. We would wear this and go to perform the prayer. And then we have something called tarbush. I can fix it and I can take it off. That's why the one that I have, it's not available on my kandura. The tarbush has an interesting story behind it. Older days, the women would dip this inside the incense and place it for the husband in their kanduras. Normally, whenever the man leaves the house, he would not come back until 2 to 6 months of time. Because older days, we used to be pearl divers. So within 1 week to 2 weeks of time, we will get homesick and we want to refresh and remember our family. So what would the man do? He would simply sniff the incense and then all the memories will come back. It's like older WhatsApp or maybe Snapchat. So by smelling this, all the Wi-Fi connection happens and all the memories comes back. What about women? Why do they wear black? You want me to answer that? Okay. We'll make you complete local lady. So this is called abaya. Yeah, you can wear it like a suit. Simply by wearing the abaya, she only covers whatever she's actually wearing inside. Emirati women, believe it or not, they could be wearing exactly the same as them. They could be wearing sleeveless, they could be wearing shorts. No one will actually notice what she's actually wearing inside. Then we have the shela. So this, we put a short end at one place, and then this goes around your neck. There you go. Now we'll hand you the passport and you'll become Emirati. Now the shela, as you can see, it's very thin. You can easily see through it. Once it comes on the body, it becomes completely non-transparent. And that's why women actually prefer wearing the darker color, because in regards of tradition and religion, it gives them the both purpose. The religion asks us to cover our hairs in a modest way, because the religion asks us to do that. And then the abaya that you can see, it's worn and it was actually introduced to us by the Iranians and Persians. We don't used to wear this, by the way. The Emiratis used to wear a normal, also called kandura. So this is the women kandura. They'll have designs here and they'll have designs on the chest. Now, so this is called burqa. Emirati women will cover their face. They will place this on the head, and then she could easily breathe, and this will not stick. Right? This creates like a barrier, and it also acts as a protector for our high burning points. The very first thing that will burn is your cheeks, your nose, and your forehead. So it also helps in that manner. So this is called niqab. This was the Saudi Arabia version, in order for them to protect themselves from the sandstorms and from the heat. Now again, guys, the religion will never ask us to cover our face. This has nothing to do with our religion. This is purely a choice of a woman. She chooses to do this. She chooses to cover. If you guys wish to actually try the abayas and shelas, we have bunch of abayas that you can wear. You can also have pictures as souvenirs, as a remembrance.